Leftovers are some of the most useful items in the Pokemon series, not just in the main story, but also in competitive Pokemon battles. This video is going to demonstrate how you can farm unlimited quantities of them. To begin with, just a little bit of preparation, you are going to want to head to the westernmost Hammerlock Pokemon Center, as this is going to be the location of where you can purchase a really helpful TM that is going to make your life so much easier. Speak to the cashier just to the right of the Pokemon, right here, and you are going to want to purchase TM23 Thief. Thief is an attack that allows you to steal the target's held item if the user isn't holding anything. And while to perform this method, it isn't crucial that you buy Thief, this method can be executed perfectly fine without it. Your life will be made so much easier if you do purchase it. So it's only 10,000 Pokédollars. I highly recommend you buy it. You can execute this method anytime after you defeat the third gym leader. However, I find it's easier in the post game as you're going to have much stronger Pokemon who can also learn the TM Thief. Otherwise, you're going to be relying on whichever Pokemon are available to you at that specific time. For the purpose of this video, we are going to teach our Dragapult TM23 Thief, as Dragapult is a perfect contender for this video, as it is incredibly quick with its base 142 speed and is an absolutely fantastic physical attacker. So, what does this method actually entail? In this game, you are able to encounter Munchlax in a specific area in the wild area, here at the Motostoke Riverbank. Munchlax is a Pokemon that 50% of the time holds leftovers. And because it holds the item leftovers, and it's incredibly generous with the percentage in how much they hold leftovers, it is incredibly easy to farm this item. So, we need to head to the Motostoke Riverbank. The easiest way to do that is to fly to the East Lake Axwell, just south of Motostoke. We are going to head there right now and get there as quick as possible on our Rotom bike. Munchlax is only going to spawn in very specific circumstances, in specific weather, in normal weather at the Motostoke Riverbank. And you may think that that is going to severely hamper our ability to perform this method. No. I have discovered somewhat of an exploit that allows you to effectively control the weather in whichever part of the wild area you want. And using that exploit, we are going to change what is currently a thunderstorm here in the Motostoke Riverbank to the normal weather we require. You're able to see what kind of weather is in a specific portion of the wild area here on the map. So you may not need to perform this little method to get the correct weather. For those of you that do, I'm going to show you how. You are going to want to head to your system settings, your Nintendo Switch system settings, and alter the date and time. You probably have your clock synchronized via the internet. You are going to want to turn that off, and you are going to want to set the day forward 1 day. This is going to completely change the weather in the wild area, in the area that you are in. As you can see, the weather changed directly on screen without having to back out of the game or anything like that, having to reload. It changed to intense sun, which isn't good enough, so this is as simple as backing out to the Nintendo Switch home screen, going into the system settings, scrolling all the way down, and changing the date and time forward another day. This is executable with pretty much any function within the wild area. If you're looking for a specific Pokemon in a different part of the wild area and you need a specific type of weather, you can do this anywhere. For example, at the Lake of Outrage, you can only catch Rotom 1% of the time in thunderstorms. So you'd be able to perform this little exploit until you get thunderstorms there, which is super cool. Of course, it is snowing as of right now, so we are just going to set the date forward another day, and we just keep doing this until we get the type of weather we want. Of course, I'm not going to continuously do this until we get it. I'm going to skip forward, otherwise this would be incredibly boring. Right now it's overcast. I will see you when it is normal weather. Okay, so once you have got the normal weather that you desire, you can tell it's normal weather because the sun doesn't have a inner ring in it. You can now start searching for Munchlax. Munchlax is an overworld encounter and it only appears 5% of the time. So you may be running around for a little bit waiting for it to actually spawn. But it's a 1 in 20 chance it will spawn eventually, so we are just going to keep running around until we actually see one. There's a ton of Skorupies. They appear 40% of the time, so that is expected. We are just going to run to and from each patch of grass until we see a Munchlax. There's Wooloos, there are Purloins, and there we go. We have found a Munchlax. Now, the method is as simple as using Thief on every single Munchlax that appears, and if the Munchlax does have leftovers, running away from the battle and unequipping leftovers so you can continue farming. So this Munchlax was holding leftovers. That's fantastic. Thanks to Dragapult's incredibly high speed, we are going to be able to run away safely. And to farm these leftovers, it is as easy as backing out into the menu, backing out into your bag, and unequipping the leftovers. Super easy method to get as many leftovers as you want. Of course, if you want multiple leftovers, I can't stress this enough, you need to unequip the leftovers from your thieving Pokemon, because otherwise you'll use the move Thief and you won't be able to get another set of leftovers because you can't hold another item. You can't hold 2 items at once. So we are just going to look for another Munchlax right now. The 5% encounter rate is a little bit annoying, but there we go. We accidentally stumbled upon that Munchlax right there. I didn't even notice it. We got quite lucky with it. We are going to use Thief. 50% of the time, it's going to have leftovers. So we've got lucky right there. It was holding another leftovers. That's 2 leftovers in as many minutes, which is fantastic. Normally, you'd have to purchase leftovers with battle points, at least in previous Pokemon games. I don't know if that's the case here. So I'm going to get a few more leftovers and showcase just how easy this is. There's another Munchlax right here. Now, I'd suggest that we probably won't get lucky and get 3 in a row, but we will see. Let's find out right now. We just use Thief and see. It is as simple as this. It really is. Another set of leftovers. That is 3 in 3 minutes for what is arguably the most useful item in competitive Pokemon battles. I'm going to stop at 6 sets of leftovers because I can't really foresee me needing more than that. But for people who have a lot of competitive breeded Pokemon, this method is such a godsend. It really makes obtaining what is such a useful item so much easier. You don't have to hack for it. They've made it so easy to get it. We've just got 4 in a row right there. So I hope this method really is demonstrating just how easy this is. And all it takes is just manipulating the weather system just a little bit, which I don't see an issue with. There are actually 3 Munchlaxes on screen right now, so we'll just quickly farm all 3 of them. I don't see an issue with manipulating with time traveling. If you do see an issue with that, then of course this method isn't for you, and that's okay. We all play Pokemon games a little bit differently. Another leftovers. That's 5 in a row. We'll take on the last 2 Munchlaxes and see if we can get our 6th one. And yeah, I will end off the video. I really hope you guys have found this video helpful. It's really been fun to discover this method, and I just hope someone finds it useful. I hope someone in the competitive community finds it useful, and yeah, another leftovers. Wow. And one last attempt. Let's see if this Munchlax gives us a leftovers. It does. That is 7 leftovers in as many minutes. I really hope this video has been informative and helpful. I hope I've explained everything thoroughly in as much detail as possible. If you've enjoyed the video, a like would be really appreciated. If you didn't enjoy the video, dislike it. Tell me what I could do better in future videos. Subscribe so you don't miss any more of my future Pokemon Sword and Shield guide videos. We are going to be covering absolutely everything over the course of the next few weeks. I think I forgot to deattach my leftovers there. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.